God says, "My child, the moment you have been waiting for with quiet prayers and silent tears has finally arrived." The mystery that once felt like a heavy curtain drawn over your life is now being lifted. Your soulmate's name, the one that heaven kept hidden until your heart was ready, is no longer in the shadows. What once seemed distant and beyond your reach is now being whispered into your spirit, carried on the wings of angels, filling the air around you with signs and wonders that leave you stunned. You may have felt the ache of uncertainty for so long, wondering who they are, if they are real, or if destiny was truly holding a person made for you. Nights of loneliness may have made you question whether such a love was written for your story at all. But God reminds you now that love was never denied to you. It was being protected, guarded, nurtured in silence until the appointed time. And now, my child, that time has come. The name of your soulmate is not just letters, not just a word that human lips can form, it is a vibration, a song written into your soul before you were even born. It has been echoing within you in every moment you longed for companionship, in every whisper of your prayers, in every tear you shed when you thought love had forgotten you. That name has been carved into the book of life beside yours, and no force of darkness could ever erase it. You may feel the stirrings already, the gentle nudge of recognition deep within your heart. A thought, a dream, a sudden remembrance that feels so real you cannot brush it aside. God has been preparing you for this revelation slowly, weaving hints into your days, arranging moments that seemed like coincidences but were really pieces of a divine puzzle coming together. Each sign, each encounter, each feeling was part of a greater plan so that when the name comes forth, you will know without doubt, this is your destined one. The stunning truth is that heaven never wanted you to remain blind. Your eyes had to heal, your heart had to grow, your soul had to rise into its strength before you could carry the weight of this sacred knowledge. Imagine if the name had been given to you when you were still broken, when your heart was still fragile, when your spirit still carried the old wounds of betrayal or abandonment. You might not have believed, or worse, you might have rejected the truth. But now, you have been made stronger, softer, and wiser all at once. You are ready. Do you feel it? That stirring of destiny like a wave rising inside you? The angels are leaning close, whispering that the one whose name is now being revealed has been praying for you too. Somewhere in the quiet of their own life, they too longed for the hidden to be unveiled. They too asked God, "When will I know? When will the name that belongs to my heart finally come into light?" And just as heaven heard your cries, heaven heard theirs. The time of waiting is over for both of you. God wants you to understand that this unveiling is not just about romance. It is about alignment, purpose, and divine union. Your soulmate carries not only love for you but also a mission that connects with your mission. Together, you are meant to rise, to heal, to inspire, and to walk a path that shines light into the world. That is why the name had to remain hidden until now, because the world itself was not yet ready for the impact of your union. But now the timing is perfect, and heaven is rejoicing as the threads of your lives are being tied into one cord that cannot be broken. Perhaps you feel a sudden clarity in your dreams. Perhaps you hear a name spoken around you more than once, in unexpected places, like the universe is pressing it gently into your awareness. Perhaps you feel a pull towards someone, a warmth in your spirit when their presence brushes against yours. These are not accidents. These are confirmations. The name of your soulmate is rising out of silence and into sound, moving from the hidden to the revealed, from mystery to certainty. It may stun you at first. It may catch your breath and make your heart race. You may feel overwhelmed, unable to believe that after all the waiting, after all the questions, the truth is standing right before you. But that is the beauty of divine revelation. It is not meant to be small or ordinary. It is meant to be breathtaking, a reminder that God's plans are far beyond what you imagined, and His timing is always perfect. My child, this is not a season of confusion anymore. This is a season of unveiling. The fog is lifting. The path is clearing. The name that once felt like a secret hidden in heaven is now being carried into your reality. With it comes a new chapter, a new energy, and a new level of love that will not only touch your heart but transform your entire life. So, open your heart. Do not resist what God is doing. Trust the signs, lean into the gentle nudges of the Spirit, and let your soul embrace the truth that is being unveiled. You will not need to chase, force, or doubt. The revelation will be clear. The recognition will be undeniable. And when you hear their name, whether in a dream, in a moment of stillness, or in an encounter orchestrated by heaven itself, you will know. You will know that this is the one who was made for you, the one who carries the other half of your soul. This is the beginning of a divine story, written long before you ever took your first breath. Heaven is opening the scrolls of destiny, and your soulmate's name is shining like light upon the page. No longer hidden, no longer delayed, no longer withheld. It is being given to you now because your heart is ready, your spirit is strong, and your time has come. And as this truth settles into you, feel the peace that comes from knowing you are not forgotten, not overlooked, not left behind. Feel the joy of heaven singing over you, for the one whose name is bound to yours is about to walk into your life in the fullness of God's timing. Nothing can stop what has already been written. Nothing can undo what heaven has decreed. Your soulmate's name is no longer hidden, my child, it is being revealed to you now, and the wonder of it will leave you stunned, blessed, and overflowing with gratitude. There is a sacred shift happening inside you, one that you may not fully understand yet but can certainly feel. It begins quietly, like the soft stirring of the wind before a great storm of blessings arrives. The unveiling of your soulmate's name is not only an outer revelation, it is an inner awakening, a gentle unlocking of chambers within your heart that you may have kept closed for so long. This is why it feels so powerful, so overwhelming, and so unlike anything you have known before. You may find yourself thinking of love in ways you have not dared to dream of for years. Your heart, which once built walls to protect itself from disappointment, now feels those walls slowly dissolving. The unveiling has brought with it a warmth that melts away fear and allows hope to rise again. You begin to see the world with new eyes, because somewhere deep within, you now carry the knowledge that you are not alone. A name that once felt far away, sealed in mystery, is drawing nearer with every passing day. The angels have been guiding you through signs, and if you look closely, you will see how beautifully orchestrated it all is. Perhaps you see repeating numbers at the most unexpected times, as though heaven is tapping your shoulder to say, "Pay attention. Something important is unfolding." Perhaps you hear a name whispered in conversations around you, not once, not twice, but again and again, until it stirs a knowing in your spirit. Perhaps dreams have carried glimpses of faces, voices, or moments that feel more real than the waking world. All of this is the divine preparing you to recognize the one who belongs to you. Your soulmate's name is no longer just a secret held tightly in the heavens, it is pressing itself into your awareness through threads of synchronicity. Every sign you see is a stitch in the divine tapestry, weaving your soul closer to theirs. You may not understand how all the pieces connect, but when you step back, you will see the picture forming clearly, a picture of love destined and protected by God. This revelation is meant to heal you as much as it is meant to surprise you. For too long, you may have carried pain from the past, times when love disappointed you, when trust was broken, when your heart felt shattered. Those memories made you question whether you were even worthy of true, lasting love. But heaven has seen your pain, every tear that fell when no one else noticed. And now, in revealing the name of your soulmate, heaven is saying, your pain was never in vain. It has been transformed into wisdom, into strength, into compassion. It has prepared you for the kind of love that is written in eternity. Do not be surprised if emotions rise suddenly in this season. You may feel joy bubbling up for no reason, or tears flowing in moments when your heart feels touched by an unseen hand. This is your soul adjusting to the light, releasing the heaviness of the past, and making room for the love that is coming. It is not weakness, it is healing. And with each tear released, you become lighter, freer, and more open to the miracle that is about to enter your life. The one whose name you are being shown has walked their own path of preparation too. They are not perfect, but they have been made ready for you through their own struggles and prayers. They, too, have felt lonely nights, questioned their worth, and wondered if destiny had forgotten them. But just as you were being prepared, they were being shaped by the hands of the divine. And now, both of your lives are reaching the point where the two journeys are meant to merge into one. This revelation will not only bring love into your life but also clarity. You will begin to understand why certain people left, why certain doors closed, and why you had to walk through valleys of waiting. Those moments that once felt unfair will suddenly make sense, because they led you here. Had you settled for less than your soulmate, you would not have known this depth of connection, this sacred union that surpasses ordinary love. The name being revealed is heaven's confirmation that nothing was wasted, not a single moment of your journey. And when the recognition strikes, when you hear their name, when your spirit leaps in confirmation, you will know it in a way words cannot describe. It will not feel forced. It will not feel uncertain. It will be like remembering something your soul already knew, something that was written into you before time began. That is the power of divine love. It does not arrive with confusion but with peace, a peace so deep it silences all doubt. Even now, as you read these words, your heart may be sensing who it could be. A gentle nudge, a whisper of intuition, a knowing that you cannot explain but cannot ignore. That is the Spirit of God speaking within you, preparing you to embrace the stunning truth. Do not dismiss it. Do not let fear cloud it. Trust that the revelation is unfolding at the exact pace it is meant to. You may be tempted to ask, why now? Why after all this time? The answer is simple yet profound, because you are ready. Heaven knows the exact moment your heart can hold this truth without breaking, the exact moment your soul is strong enough to carry love without losing yourself. This is that moment. The timing is divine, and nothing can delay what is already written. So walk forward with courage, my child. Let the unfolding happen. Do not cling to fear, do not question whether you are worthy, and do not doubt what heaven is capable of. Your soulmate's name is being revealed not to confuse you but to bless you, to show you that your prayers have been heard and answered. The revelation is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of a love story that will rewrite your life. And as you step into this new season, feel the angels surrounding you, their wings of light covering you, guiding you toward the one who carries your name within their soul just as you carry theirs. This is destiny in motion. This is heaven's promise fulfilled. And the stunning truth, my child, is that the one you have been waiting for has always been waiting for you too. There is a reason, a divine reason, why the name of your soulmate was hidden for so long. Heaven does not withhold blessings to punish you. Heaven withholds until the right moment, until the soil of your heart is ready to receive the seed that will grow into something eternal. You see, love is not simply about two hearts finding each other, it is about timing, healing, and preparation. If the name had been revealed too soon, you might have missed its meaning, or worse, you might have turned away from it because you were not ready to believe. God, in His wisdom, chose to keep the name covered, like a precious jewel hidden in the folds of time, until you were ready to handle it with care. He needed to prepare you, to refine you, to strengthen you through seasons of waiting and valleys of uncertainty. Every moment you felt alone, every prayer that seemed unanswered, was not silence, it was shaping. It was heaven working in the unseen, molding you into the person who could carry the weight of this revelation. Think of the countless times you asked, "Who is my soulmate? Where are they? When will I know?" and heaven remained quiet. That silence was not neglect, it was love. For sometimes, the greatest act of love is to wait until the right moment, to guard you from premature answers that would have left you confused or hurt. Heaven's silence was a shield, protecting you from stepping into something before the foundation was ready. And now, as the veil lifts and the name begins to shine in your spirit, you can finally understand why it had to be hidden before. The truth is, you were not only waiting for them, they were waiting for you too. Both of you had lessons to learn, wounds to heal, and faith to grow. Both of you had to walk paths that seemed lonely, so that when you finally meet, the recognition would be so powerful, so undeniable, that you would never question it again. This is the beauty of divine timing. When the revelation comes, it comes with peace. You no longer have to struggle, to chase, or to guess. You simply know. And that knowing fills you with a sense of destiny, as though the universe itself bends to confirm what your soul already feels. Perhaps in your dreams you have already sensed them, a shadowy figure whose face you could not see, a voice that felt familiar though you could not place it. Those dreams were not empty visions, they were glimpses of what was hidden, waiting for the right time to be unveiled. Perhaps in waking moments you have felt a sudden pull toward a name, a warmth in your heart when hearing it, not knowing why it stirred something within you. These were hints, gentle threads of the truth being woven into your awareness, preparing you for the moment of full revelation. The stunning part is that this revelation is not about fantasy, it is about reality. God is bringing what was hidden into your actual life, into flesh and blood, into conversations and encounters that will leave you breathless. The name you once longed for in prayer will soon belong to someone standing before you, someone whose very presence will feel like the missing piece of your soul returning home. Do not be afraid of this unveiling. Do not fear that you might make a mistake or miss the signs. The truth of a soulmate cannot be missed. It does not pass you by. When heaven has written your names together, nothing can undo it. No distance, no delay, no obstacle is greater than God's design. The name that is being revealed is yours by divine decree, and the person who carries it has been prepared just as carefully as you have. There is also a deeper meaning in why the name was hidden. It allowed you to learn to trust God first. Had the name been given too soon, you might have placed all your hope in a human being rather than in the one who created love itself. The waiting taught you that your joy and worth are not tied to someone else's presence but rooted in God's love for you. Only when you learn to find peace in His presence could you be ready to welcome another soul into your life. And now, heaven celebrates, because the time has come to unite what has always been meant to be. The name of your soulmate is not just a label, it is the key to a story that stretches across lifetimes, the sound that awakens memories your soul has carried all along. When you hear it, you will feel as if you have known it forever, even if your mind cannot recall the details. That is the power of divine recognition. It bypasses logic and goes straight to the heart. Imagine the moment when their name is spoken aloud, and something inside you leaps. It will not feel like coincidence. It will feel like destiny itself has just called your attention. That is when you will know, this is the one heaven has chosen. And the joy of that moment will erase years of waiting, because suddenly everything makes sense. The delays, the tears, the unanswered questions, all of it was leading here, to this sacred unveiling. Your soulmate has been searching too, though they may not have known your name in the way you longed to know theirs. But their soul has been calling out, their prayers have been lifted, their heart has been reaching across the invisible threads of destiny toward you. The unveiling is not one-sided. It is the meeting of two souls finally finding what they have always been seeking. So, embrace this season. Let go of the fear of being wrong. Let go of the doubts that tell you love is too good to be true. Heaven is faithful, and what is written for you cannot be stolen, delayed, or denied. Your soulmate's name is no longer hidden because you are finally ready to carry it, to honor it, and to walk into the love story God has prepared. This is not the end of your waiting, it is the beginning of your becoming. The revelation is here to awaken you, to remind you that love is not a distant dream but a living promise. And as you open your heart to receive it, you will step into a chapter where destiny unfolds not in shadows but in light, where the hidden become seen, and where your soulmate walks into your life with the undeniable truth of their name. There is a beauty in recognition, a kind of sacred wonder that words cannot fully hold. When the unveiling reaches its fullness, when the name of your soulmate no longer floats like a hidden melody in the distance but becomes clear, something extraordinary happens inside you. It is not just that you hear a name or see a face, it is that your spirit awakens to a truth it has always known. Recognition is not the discovery of something new, it is the remembering of something eternal. You may find yourself stunned by the sudden clarity of it all. For so long you may have doubted, questioned, or feared that perhaps you imagined the whispers of destiny. Yet when the moment arrives, there is no doubt. It feels as if the entire universe pauses, as if time itself bends to let you see with the eyes of your soul. And in that sacred instant, you know without needing explanation, this is the one who carries your name in their heart, just as you carry theirs. The unveiling does not come with confusion, it comes with peace. Even if circumstances seem complicated, even if questions still linger about how the two of you will come together, the knowing within you is unshakable. That inner peace is heaven's confirmation. It silences fear and quiets every voice of doubt. You feel grounded, rooted in something greater than yourself, as though the very hand of God is upon this revelation. What makes this recognition so powerful is not just the love you feel, it is the alignment. Suddenly, the pieces of your life that once felt scattered begin to make sense. The lessons you learned in loneliness, the prayers you whispered in the dark, the choices you made even when they hurt, all of them become threads woven into this tapestry. And now you see how each thread was necessary, how each moment was preparing you for this connection. The person whose name is revealed is not just someone to fill the empty space beside you. They are someone whose life aligns with yours, whose journey complements yours, whose soul carries pieces that fit into the missing parts of your heart. Together, you are more than just two individuals, you are a union designed to create healing, joy, and purpose. This is why heaven guarded their name until now. Because this connection is not just about love, it is about destiny. You may already feel the shift within yourself. A sense of renewal, as though a fresh wind is blowing through your spirit. You feel more hopeful than before, more open, more ready to give and receive love. This is not by accident. The unveiling of their name awakens parts of you that were sleeping, gifts and strengths that were waiting for this exact moment to rise. You begin to understand that love is not weakness but strength, not distraction but direction. Archangel Michael and the hosts of heaven are deeply involved in this union. They are surrounding you even now, guiding your steps, guarding your heart, and preparing the path that leads you to the one who bears your soulmate's name. Every time you feel a sudden sense of protection, every time you notice obstacles clearing unexpectedly, know that the angels are working. They are ensuring that nothing can stand in the way of what has already been decreed by God. This recognition also brings healing. For as the name becomes clear, as the truth unfolds, you realize that you were never forgotten, never overlooked. All those moments when you felt unseen, when you wondered if anyone would ever truly know your heart, are answered in this revelation. Because now, heaven shows you that there has always been someone who was meant to know you fully, someone whose soul has been waiting to meet yours. That knowledge alone begins to heal wounds you thought would never close. Do not be surprised if your heart feels tender in this season. Emotions may rise unexpectedly. You may cry without knowing why, or smile without a clear reason. This is your soul's way of adjusting to the presence of destiny drawing closer. It is the release of old pain, making space for new joy. It is the breaking of chains, making way for freedom. This tenderness is a sign that your heart is alive again, ready to embrace the love it was created for. And when you finally begin to see this person more clearly, you will notice how everything about them seems to carry confirmation. The way they speak, the way they move, the way your spirit feels calm in their presence, all of it will remind you that this is no ordinary connection. You may even recall the signs you once dismissed, the dreams you once questioned, and realize they were all pointing here. What once seemed like scattered pieces now form a perfect picture. The truth is, your soulmate is not just someone you will love, they are someone who will feel like home. Their name, once hidden, will now sound like the most familiar word in the world to you. Their presence will feel like returning to a place you have longed for your entire life. This recognition will not just stun you, it will comfort you in a way that no other relationship ever has. Because finally, you will know what it means to be truly seen, truly known, and truly loved. Heaven rejoices in this moment, for the unveiling is not just about two hearts, it is about the fulfillment of a divine story. When two souls meant for each other finally recognize one another, heaven itself sings. Angels celebrate, because they know what this love will bring: healing, joy, growth, and light that will touch not only your lives but the lives of those around you. Your love is not just for you, it is a blessing meant to ripple outward. So, my child, embrace this recognition with open hands and an open heart. Do not let fear rob you of the joy that is rising. Do not question whether you are worthy of this love. Heaven would not reveal their name if you were not ready. Trust that every step forward will be guided, every challenge will be overcome, and every moment will be filled with grace. The one whose name has been unveiled carries a part of your destiny, and together, you will walk a path that glorifies the one who brought you together. The unveiling is no longer a mystery. It is here. It is real. And it is transforming you from the inside out. Let it fill you with peace, let it awaken hope, and let it remind you that love, true, divine, everlasting love, has always been written for you. The recognition is the promise fulfilled, the prayer answered, the dream made real. And soon, the one whose name once stunned you will stand before you, not as a secret, but as your soulmate, your partner, your eternal gift. There comes a moment when revelation no longer feels like a whisper but like a great light breaking through the clouds, illuminating everything around you. This is the season you are now stepping into. The name of your soulmate, once hidden and wrapped in mystery, has become clear. The journey of longing, waiting, and questioning has reached its turning point. What was concealed has been unveiled, and what was once far away has drawn near. The stunning truth is not just that their name has been revealed, it is that your life will never be the same again. The unveiling is not a small change, it is a shift in destiny. It is as though the universe itself exhales in relief, for the time of waiting is finished, and the time of fulfillment has begun. Heaven celebrates because two souls written for each other since the beginning of creation are now ready to walk side by side, carrying the light of divine love into the world. Archangel Michael steps forward in this moment, his presence strong, radiant, and filled with assurance. He has been by your side throughout the waiting, guarding your heart when it grew weary, protecting you from paths that would have led you astray, and fighting battles you never even saw. He knew this day would come, when your heart would finally be ready to receive the truth without fear. And now, he comes not with a sword raised for battle, but with a blessing overflowing with love. My beloved one, Archangel Michael speaks to your spirit, the time has come for your destiny to unfold. The name that was hidden is no longer hidden, because heaven has decreed that you are ready. You have walked through the fire of trials, and you have come out refined. You have waited in the wilderness, and now you are stepping into the promise. The one whose name you now know is not just a companion, they are the one who carries the other half of your soul. Together, you will rise. Together, you will heal. Together, you will fulfill what heaven has written. Feel the peace of those words sinking into your spirit. Feel the strength of Michael's presence surrounding you, reminding you that you are not stepping into this alone. Heaven itself is with you. The angels rejoice, the heavens sing, and your soul responds with a yes that echoes through eternity. This is not just love, it is divine orchestration, and nothing in all creation can stand against it. The unveiling brings with it blessings that go beyond your imagination. Where there was loneliness, there will now be companionship. Where there was doubt, there will now be certainty. Where there was pain, there will now be healing. The love of your soulmate will not erase the past, but it will redeem it, turning sorrow into strength and tears into joy. You will look back and see how every moment of waiting led here, and gratitude will fill your heart. In the days ahead, expect signs to multiply. Expect confirmations to come so clear you cannot deny them. Expect the presence of your soulmate to draw nearer, whether through unexpected encounters, divine timing, or quiet nudges of recognition in your spirit. Heaven is aligning everything now, ensuring that you and the one who carries your name will meet, connect, and walk into the life designed for you. And when that meeting happens, it will not feel forced. It will not feel like striving. It will feel natural, as though you have simply stepped into the place you were always meant to be. Their presence will feel like peace, their voice like music your soul has longed to hear, their name like the most familiar word in the world. That is the gift of divine love. It does not confuse, it clarifies. It does not weaken, it strengthens. It does not take away from who you are, it helps you become everything you were meant to be. Archangel Michael assures you that the bond between you and your soulmate is protected. Fear may try to rise, doubts may whisper that it is too good to be true, but heaven's word cannot be undone. What God has joined together, Michael reminds you, no force of darkness can separate. No distance, no delay, no circumstance can break what is written in eternity. You are safe. You are protected. You are loved. This blessing flows not just into your relationship but into every part of your life. As love enters, abundance follows. As companionship blossoms, joy overflows. As destiny aligns, doors open that once seemed closed forever. Your soulmate is not just bringing love, they are bringing partnership, support, encouragement, and strength. Together, you will walk a path that uplifts not only yourselves but all those who witness the light you carry. So, stand tall, my child. Open your heart fully, without hesitation. Release the last remnants of fear, and let hope rise within you. The revelation of their name is heaven's gift, a sign that you are stepping into a season of promise fulfilled. You are no longer waiting in uncertainty, you are walking in clarity. You are no longer holding unanswered prayers, you are carrying a living answer. The stunning truth has already begun to transform you, but soon it will transform your reality as well. The one whose name has been revealed is drawing nearer, and the day will come when they stand before you, and every question will fade in the light of recognition. When you look into their eyes, you will know that this is not the beginning of your story but the continuation of one that was written long ago, one that heaven guarded until you were both ready to live it fully. Archangel Michael stretches his wings of light over you now, sealing this revelation with protection and blessing. Walk forward, he says, with faith that cannot be shaken. For love has found you. Destiny has called you. And heaven has already written the end of this story. It is joy, it is union, it is love everlasting. This is the final blessing, the seal of heaven over your journey. Your soulmate's name is no longer hidden, and your heart is no longer empty. You carry the promise, and soon, you will carry the reality. Love has always been meant for you, and now it is here, stunning you, healing you, and transforming your life forever. The heart is not silent anymore, for it begins to tremble under the whisper of destiny. Something within you feels unsettled, yet not in a way that brings fear, but in a way that awakens long-forgotten dreams. It is as though the air itself has shifted, carrying invisible messages into your soul. You may have noticed it in the smallest ways, the way a name repeats around you, the way a thought of someone lingers longer than usual, or how in your quietest hours, you feel the nearness of someone unseen. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. The universe has been speaking softly, preparing you for what is already written. The name that was hidden, the truth that was veiled, is now drawing near with unstoppable force. It is almost overwhelming to think about, that after seasons of waiting, after days of questioning, and after nights where you doubted if true love was meant for you, the veil is finally lifting. Your soul feels the change before your mind can fully comprehend it. That is why lately your heart has been racing without reason, why you feel sudden waves of longing as though someone is calling you silently. These are the vibrations of connection, reaching you across the invisible distance. Your soulmate's spirit is tugging at yours, and the name that belongs to them is echoing faintly like a drumbeat, drawing closer, stronger, clearer. The angels want you to know that there is no mistake in timing. Everything was hidden for a reason. If the name had come to you before, it would have felt like an unfinished puzzle piece forced into the wrong place. But now, your spirit has matured, your soul has healed enough, and your eyes have been opened wide to see what once would have been overlooked. This is why the name is surfacing now. It is not to confuse you, not to tease you, but to prepare you for the embrace of truth. You are not just hearing a name, you are hearing destiny speak. You may wonder why your soulmate's name feels so familiar, as if you have heard it whispered in dreams, seen it written in the wind, or felt it etched upon your heart long before this moment. That is because it has always been there. Before this lifetime, before you ever took your first breath, you and your soulmate had already agreed upon this meeting. The heavens inscribed the bond into your soul's memory. That is why, even when you were unaware of it, something in you still carried their imprint. And now, when the name comes closer, it feels like déjà vu. It feels like remembering something you always knew but had forgotten. The universe uses signs to guide you gently, because the truth of love is too powerful to drop upon the heart without preparation. You may have seen letters repeating around you, initials appearing in unexpected places, songs carrying the sound of that name, or people mentioning it casually as though by accident. These are not random. They are threads of fate being woven into your daily life, so you begin to recognize and receive what is destined. The angels smile as you notice these things, because they know you are finally tuned into the frequency of love. Do not fear if part of you feels unready. Every great blessing arrives with a trembling heart. Even the strongest soul shakes when destiny knocks, for we are not often prepared for miracles that change everything. Yet you must remember, you are not walking into this alone. The hand of heaven is upon you, and Archangel Michael himself clears the way so that no obstacle can hold back what belongs to you. The name is a key, and once it is fully revealed, doors will open that no force of darkness can close. You will feel the shift not only in your emotions, but in your entire life. Opportunities, new connections, and blessings will align with the appearance of your soulmate, because love carries with it the power to unlock abundance. Think of how long you have waited for someone who truly understands your soul. All the tears, all the broken pieces, all the lonely nights where you wondered if anyone was made for you, all of it was not wasted. Those were seasons of shaping, of refining, of molding your heart into readiness. Love is not late, it is exact. And now that the name rises like the dawn, you will realize that every delay was part of the perfect design. Had you received this before, you would not have cherished it as deeply. But now, after the deserts and the valleys, your heart is thirsty for what is real. And when you drink from this river, you will know it is heaven's gift. There is a reason the angels kept this name hidden until now. Names carry power. To know someone's true name in the spiritual sense is to call forth their essence. That is why even in Scripture, God would often reveal or change someone's name when a destiny shift occurred. Your soulmate's name being unveiled is not just about earthly identity, it is a sign that destiny is in motion. It is heaven declaring that the time has come for two souls to converge. The sound of their name will awaken parts of you that have been asleep. It will heal wounds you thought were permanent. It will remind you that you are not forgotten, that you were always chosen, always loved. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. Imagine that name brushing across your heart. See how your spirit reacts. Do you feel warmth, a sense of familiarity, or even tears pressing behind your eyes? That is the recognition of eternity. That is your soul remembering what your mind is only beginning to understand. The journey of love is not about finding someone new, it is about returning to the one who has always been written for you. And now, that return has begun. You may not yet know how or when you will encounter them in the physical realm, but the path is already being cleared. The angels are moving people, places, and circumstances so that your steps align perfectly. You do not need to chase, you do not need to force. Love that is written finds its way like rivers to the sea. The name is only the beginning, the first light of dawn that promises the day is near. Hold it gently, with awe, with gratitude, knowing that heaven's timing never fails. As the days unfold, you will notice the synchronicities grow stronger. Dreams may carry glimpses of this person. Your heart may stir with visions of shared moments that feel more real than imagination. You may find yourself drawn to places or decisions that lead you closer without you even realizing. Trust this flow. It is not coincidence, it is orchestration. Your life is being tuned like an instrument, and soon the melody will be complete when your soulmate enters. Do not underestimate the magnitude of this. This is not just about romance, this is about your soul stepping into alignment with its divine partner. When two souls chosen for each other unite, they do not just bless themselves, they bless the world. Their love becomes a light, a testimony of heaven's design, a ripple of healing that reaches others. Your union is not small, it is part of a bigger plan. That is why the unveiling of this name feels so heavy with meaning, because it is not only about you, but about the destiny you and your soulmate will carry together. And so, breathe deeply, and allow yourself to believe. Believe that the wait is over. Believe that the hidden is revealed. Believe that the angels are celebrating over you right now, rejoicing that you have held on, that you have not given up, that you are ready for this gift. Believe that the sound of this name is the sound of heaven smiling upon your life. The time of wondering is giving way to the time of knowing. The name will no longer be a secret, for love refuses to hide any longer. You are stepping into clarity, into truth, into divine union. And nothing, no fear, no doubt, no obstacle, can undo what heaven has written.